Okay, so we are gonna get straight back into this. Yo, we're gonna react to the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer. I'm not gonna front and I'm not gonna act like I've seen this before. Or wait, I'm not gonna act like I haven't seen this before. I have seen this. I have watched this already, but I do feel like I have to react to this, especially after everything I've watched recently, everything I've played recently. Star Wars, everything canon for Star Wars that I've played, I have to react to this. Like, there's no way I don't. Okay, so, oh, should I do this too? Oh, I want to watch this so bad. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna just play the trailer for now. Hey, yo, chill! Okay, everybody. This is it. Wait, I want it to be better quality. 1080p. Yes, we need it.
The fight is done. We lost. Stay hidden.
Fucking Luke.
The key to hunting Jedi is patience.
Grand Inquisitor, bro. He looks insane.
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail.
Uncle Owen. I don't know who this girl is. An Inquisitor, but I don't know.
He cannot help it. Where is he?
Bro. The fifth brother? I still don't know who that girl is. There's no way she's Seven's sister. Fuck. May 25th, bro. Fuck! There's no way. Okay, so I don't know. That
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric.
All right, chill. Yo, whoa. Eric Voss, calm the fuck down. We're not ready for that energy yet. Okay, yo, there's no way that's Seven's sister. Definitely not second sister. Homegirl was in fucking Fallen Order. I don't know. I don't know who that girl could be. She's an Inquisitor for sure. But the fifth brother is in this. He looks dope, okay? I'm not gonna lie. The fucking Grand Inquisitor. Yo, his head looks wrong. Yo, homeboy's head in Rebels. Homeboy's head is tall, right? Yo, homeboy's got a tall head. In this trailer, homeboy's got a fat face. I mean, nothing against him, bro. I'm sure he's gonna do great. I'm just saying, he looks different. He looks a lot different. No, I don't know. I'm so hyped, bro. I am beyond hyped for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I think it might be better than Mandalorian. I don't know. I love Mandalorian. Grand Inquisitor, bro. I don't know. I know Darth Vader's in this too. I feel like I'm more excited to see Darth Vader than I am the Inquisitors, to be honest. But even seeing the fifth brother, who I know from Rebels, I don't know. I'm more excited to see Obi-Wan and Anakin again and Darth Vader. All right, stream. We're going to watch this. We're gonna watch Eric Voss.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi, or should I say, Kenobi! Because Duel of the Fates is back in our ears, and all of the ghosts of Obi-Wan's past are back to haunt him as he strives to protect a young Luke Skywalker ahead of his rematch with Darth Vader. I loved this trailer, and I'm gonna break it down frame by frame because it is filled with awesome Star Wars Easter eggs, interesting clues, subtle details that you just might have overlooked. So let's go!
Damn. Homie's so hyped.
The fight is done. We lost.
The trailer opens with Anakin Skywalker's favorite stuff, sand. It coarsely and roughly and irritatingly gets everywhere under the twin suns of Tatooine. In the music, there's this magical little riff. The great John Williams is returning to do the music for this series, and this riff is played on a celeste, which John Williams loves to use, like in his Harry Potter theme.
This is Sydney.
Hello.
The
Fuck!
space between her head and her shoulder.
Fuck
Square.
this ad!
None of these rounded pillars.
Or if you remember the opening shot of The Last Jedi teaser, there's a little riff there. Actually, the music in the first section of this trailer is John Williams' theme from Revenge of the Sith called The Battle of the Heroes. Just showing how, after all these years, Obi-Wan is still haunted by the memory of his friend's betrayal and what he had to do to him. Obi-Wan rides an Eope, a Tatooine animal first seen in Phantom Menace.
Ugh! Yo, that shit's a camel.
But also, the steed Obi-Wan
Wait.
was last seen riding when he left baby Luke with Anakin's stepbrother Owen Lars and his wife Beru in the final scene of Revenge of the Sith. This
Yo,
series will
Owen
take
is
place
in there.
10 years later, in the year 9 BBY, that's 9 years before the events of A New Hope. This is the middle period when Obi-Wan, an exile under the alias of Ben Kenobi, keeps a watchful eye over young Luke Skywalker, keeping him hidden from the Empire as a farm boy living with his Uncle Owen and his Aunt Beru. Now, various other Star Wars titles over the years have touched on Obi-Wan's time during this period, saving young Luke's life at various points as Owen would warn him to stay away, and then actually at one point saving Owen from Black Chrysanthemum, that Wookiee who just showed up in Boba Fett, giving DK that scar that we saw on his head. And then at another point later than this show, when Luke is 12, he saved him from a crate dragon. Actually, see Obi-Wan walking into town and slicing off a piece of meat. This actually might be a slab of crate dragon meat from one that he had butchered. Obi-Wan laments,
The fight is done. We lost.
yeah, you'll notice his voice sounds a bit
Yo.
echoey here.
What if Black Chrysanthemum? Yeah, that's how you say it. What if he's in this? I wouldn't put it past them to put him in this. Bro, that would be so live. Oh my God.
As if he might be speaking these words while in a meditative state, communicating perhaps with Yoda, or maybe with the Force Ghost of Qui-Gon Jinn, since in Revenge of the Sith, Yoda told Obi-Wan that he would teach him how to reconnect with the ghost of his old master.
Bro, I swear to God. I don't know. Liam Neeson isn't confirmed, but bro, if they do that, oh my God, everyone's gonna freak.
Old friend has learned the path to immortality. Your old master.
Qui-Gon.
How to commune with him, I will teach you.
So let us all pray Liam Neeson returns to the series to impart this very particular set of skills. Moving on.
Stay hidden.
So Obi-Wan
Yeah.
watches over the Lars homestead, looking just as it did in A New Hope, with Owen and Beru even wearing pretty much the same outfits that they wore in that first film. Actually, this is dark, but they are standing in the same exact spot where Luke will later find their corpses burnt when the stormtroopers torch the home. Meanwhile, 10-year-old Luke-
No, that's too far. They were not in the same spot, bro. They were
Stark,
not.
but they are standing in the same exact spot.
Look. Homie's over here. He's kind of in the same spot. And then the other one is over here. Homegirl's not in the same spot. I'm sorry.
Where Luke will later find their corpses
No.
burnt.
They're both by the fucking entrance, bro.
In that
Yo.
first film. Actually, this is dark, but they are standing in the same exact
No, they're both laying like right here. One's right here, one's right here.
spot where Luke will later find their
That is a reach, bro.
corpses burnt when the stormtroopers torched the home. Meanwhile, 10-year-old Luke plays as
All right, you're reaching, Eric Voss. You're reaching.
a pilot It looks like he's actually wearing pod racing goggles, and the way he pantomimes operating the controls and
This makes sense. This is like a parallel.
just looks so much like young Anakin piloting during that pod race. And right as Obi-Wan pushes in on Luke, the moment he zooms in on him, John Williams' Battle of the Heroes theme transitions so smoothly into the classic Force theme.
Stay hidden.
Let's move on.
Oh. Duel of the Fates.
The key to hunting Jedi.
Ooh, baby, what a needle drop. John Williams' Duel of the Fates is, of course, best known for Phantom Menace. But the music was always bigger than just Darth Maul's theme, because it's really come back throughout Star Wars titles. For the lyrics of the song, John Williams translated an old Welsh poem called Battle of the Trees into the Sanskrit language. He wanted to frame this duel as a kind of pagan religious ceremony, almost like the spirits of both sides of this conflict, the Jedi and the Sith, shrieking like a Greek chorus, egging on their mortal champions. And that same kind of battle is still being waged now, as Obi-Wan faces
Hold on.
Darth Vader once more as he faces the Inquisitors, and maybe also faces a rematch with Maul, because this is set 1 year after
Maul
the
might
events
be
of
in
Solo:
this.
A Star Wars Story, which established Maul as the powerful head of the Crimson Dawn crime organization. Now, in Star Wars Rebels, which is several years after this, Maul will eventually track down Obi-Wan to Tatooine, but this is something he would not yet know at this point of this show.
Yeah, people keep saying Maul should be in this. So I wouldn't be surprised if at the ending they do something like this, but a majority of the show takes place, I think, 10 years after episode 3, when Anakin turns to Darth Vader. I don't think this is going to happen yet, because Obi-Wan was old when this happened. So I know they're playing Duel of the Fates. This encounter isn't going to happen, I don't think, but they might encounter each other earlier on in the timeline, because Obi-Wan is not this old.
So that rematch would not go down on Tatooine, but we do see Obi-Wan go off-world in this trailer. Either way, Maul could simply cameo in some other scene that would set him upon his revenge quest in Rebels, at least give Sam Witwer one more chance to reprise this. Then an Inquisitor shuttle speeds across this ocean planet towards this fortress. This is the ocean moon of Nur, and this is the Fortress Inquisitorius. So let's talk about the Inquisitors. Originally, the Jedi Hunters from the 1987 role-playing game, Inquisitors were introduced in Rebels, explored further in the 2015 Darth Vader comics, and in the Jedi Fallen Order game. They are a squad of Force-sensitive beings trained by Darth Vader to hunt down Jedi survivors of Order 66. They're led by the Grand Inquisitor, voiced in Rebels by Jason Isaacs and played here by Rupert Friend turned Rupert Foe.
Yo! Okay, yo, what? So, they...
Inquisitor, voiced in Rebels by Jason Isaacs and played
Yo, this is the same dude from Harry Potter that's fucking Malfoy.
here by
God.
Rupert Friend turned Rupert Foe. In season 1, he lures Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger to a trap using the mummified remains of the Jedi Master Luminara Unduli. The Grand Inquisitor dies at the end of that season.
There are some things far more frightening.
Yeah, I just saw this. He dies in season 1. Spoiler alert. Fuck.
Than death.
But he was later revealed to be one of those Jedi guards in Clone Wars who helped arrest Ahsoka Tano when she was falsely accused of bombing the Jedi Temple, and then later he helped arrest the true culprit, Barriss Offee. But from that experience, he learned the flaws in the Jedi Orthodoxy, and that's what opened him up to be corrupted by Palpatine, and it would suggest that Palpatine did that to help expedite the fall of the Jedi Temple.
Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that. Yo, I've seen all of Clone Wars. I did not know that.
Now, the Fortress Inquisitorius is a secret location after the Inquisitors were forced to relocate from Coruscant, so that now they're really off the books. The moon of Nur is actually very close to Mustafar, where Vader's castle now stands. Their shuttles, which we've seen in concept art, have a two-pronged tip that matches the two-pronged tower of Vader's castle. Of course, we visit this underwater fortress in the game Fallen Order, and that game reveals the backstory of the Inquisitor named the Second Sister, Trilla Suduri, former Padawan to Cere Junda. The Second Sister goes on to fight Cal Kestis, and in defeat, nearly forgives her former master, but is executed by Darth Vader. Other Inquisitors include the Fifth Brother and the Seventh Sister from Season 2 of Rebels, who tried to kill Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger, and an arc that also introduces the Eighth Brother, an Inquisitor who had been trying to track down Maul. All three of these Inquisitors end up killed.
Oh, fuck. Yo, I haven't seen Eighth Brother yet. Oh my god. Okay, fuck it.
There was also the Sixth Brother, who had tried to kill Ahsoka Tano, but Ahsoka defeated him,
I've heard about this from the comics.
taking his blades kyber crystals and purifying them white, which is why in Rebels and in Mandalorian Season 2, Ahsoka has those twin white lightsabers. Now, if you look closely on the Fortress landing pad, that looks like a Lambda-class shuttle there. That's the same kind of ship Vader and other Imperial VIPs use for transportation, so Vader may be present here checking in. On to the next clip.
Patience.
I'm Daniel.
Fuck you, Daniel!
The color changing health monitoring.
Daniel! You're fucking ruining my video!
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail.
So the Grand Inquisitor faces down what looks like a Cantina barkeep on Tatooine. His armor looks as it does in
Bro, yo, look at his head compared to his head.
Rebels, though here it has a badge that he did not have before. Maybe it's a special designation he gets from the Emperor that he loses after his failures on this series. Now, later in the trailer, the Inquisitor Reva, a major character who we're going to be following on the show, played by Moses Ingram, stops a runner dead in his tracks.
Reva.
In the same
Why does that sound familiar? Familiar.
cantina. And in this shot, you can see Reva in the background on the right. And then on the left, the Inquisitor with the wide headpiece. This is actually the Fifth Brother from Rebels, now in live action played by Sung Kang, aka Han from the Fast and the Furious films. Now, sometimes I like to analyze this footage while I am out on the go. And when I am doing that, the last thing I want to worry about is my earbuds falling out. But I avoid that nightmare scenario.
Oh, nice, Eric Voss. Thanks for the plug.
It looks like workers, including our man Ben Kenobi, just blending in. And thanks again to Raycon for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, thank you, Raycon.
Then we see a skiff on Tatooine transporting. It looks like
hey, Raycon, sponsor me, please.
Workers, including our man Ben Kenobi, just blending in. I love how it puffs out black smoke, just making this look like a really cheap, polluting piece of hardware. Meanwhile, we hear the Grand Inquisitor lecturing, the key to hunting Jedi is patience. They cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. Now, I know to a lot of you that sounded like the voice of Palpatine, but according to the closed caption on the trailer, it was actually the Grand Inquisitor. But it's a really interesting perspective from a former Jedi raised in the Jedi Temple, now patronizing the Jedi as a cult-like mental disorder. George Lucas did originally conceive the Empire as space Nazis, and here the Grand Inquisitor's assessment just evokes that elitist mindset of the Nazis, and in this way frames the Inquisitors as a sort of SS of the Empire. Then inside the lower subaquatic levels of the Fortress Inquisitorius,
all the Inquisitors used to be Jedi, though.
Reva meets with the Fifth Brother and another Inquisitor with these tendrils. Both have on their backs the ringed double-bladed sabers carried by all Inquisitors, which allow them to rotate the blades like a helicopter rotor. And you'll notice one of these chairs has a tall, two-pronged seat back, matching both their ships and Vader's castle. So this may be Vader's chair at this table, or the chair of the Grand Inquisitor, with that Grand Inquisitor trying to embody Vader's aesthetic. Then on Tatooine, someone is suspended on display, perhaps the fugitive that Reva chases down, looking like a message to the locals not to harbor Jedi. But rather than being hung from a noose, I think that'd be a bit dark for Star Wars. I wonder if this guy is actually being force choked up over the ground and left to suffocate. Among these bystanders is Joel Edgerton, returning as Owen Lars, sweating like a gumped on Mustafar.
Yeah,
it
dope.
seemed at first like these Inquisitors might be on Tatooine looking for Kenobi himself, but I don't know. If they got that close, I don't know if Obi-Wan would have been able to live for another 9 years after this. Rather, I think there is another Force-sensitive fugitive who fled to Tatooine and just got too close to Obi-Wan. And this guy, tragically, Kenobi would not have been able to help, else risk his exposure and endanger Luke, who is another Force-sensitive kid that the Inquisitors would probably target. So perhaps while chasing this random Jedi, Reva then senses another presence on this planet that forces Obi-Wan to lead her off-world and try to throw her off its tail. Moving on.
The Jedi Code is like an itch. He cannot help it. Where is he?
Okay, here we see Reva on the new planet named Daiyu. Described by the writer of this series as a Hong Kong-like setting with graffiti-ridden nightlife, the neon Aurebesh beside Reva translates to ER, and then to her left, as she looks out, letters spelling out milk. Kind of like old man Luke. They love the
God.
latte here.
No, I hate it.
The Inquisitor shuttle lands on Tatooine, and then a shot of Imperial officer played by Indira Varma, aka Ilaria Sand from Game of Thrones, blaster drawn. You can tell by her badge, red, 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 blue, she is the rank of captain in the Imperial Navy. Then that female Inquisitor interrogates a lineup on the Daiyu street. You can see an Aurebesh sign in the background translating to Haas Market. And as she walks right, the last suspect on the end is a large fur-covered fella that we cut away from quickly, a Wookiee perhaps? I mean, it's just a reminder that this is 1 year after Solo, and Chewbacca is at large as a smuggler. Then we see this quick shot of a...
This is 1 year after Solo. Bro, if they bring back Childish Gambino. Dude, they could.
new droid, letters on his chest looking like they translate to Ned. I'm wondering if this could be Kumail Nanjiani's character, which would keep with the recent Star Wars tradition of comedians voicing the droids. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Matt Berry, Richard Ayoade, Alan Tudyk. Then the Grand Inquisitor fans his lightsaber, never breaking eye contact. Now this bald dude does look a bit like the same head shape as Tamora Morrison, aka Boba Fett, aka every clone in Clone Trooper, making me wonder if this could be a runaway clone trooper after Order 66 being
maybe
interrogated. And I only bring this up because there is another shot in this trailer showing the backside of some really banged up looking Stormtrooper armor. A little too scratched for Stormtrooper armor, plus it looks like a bit of blue plating there. Could this be the Clone Trooper armor of Rex? Could Rex be in the show? I mean, I know he wouldn't die here because Rex survives until Rebels. I'm just saying this would be an awesome opportunity to give Tamora some more screen time to make up for those 2 episodes of the Boba Fett series. On to
Yo, this could be Rex.
the next clip. Okay, here, the 5th brother leads a squad of stormtroopers on Daiyu, and yep, I translated all the Aurebesh. On the far right, the last letters are E-T, maybe the last letters of the word market, and then the blue sign at the top of frame, I think spells out the same thing as the other blue sign in frame, Gungan Snacks. And then on the right side, we see some pink letters with the green border, also the same word repeated with the orange letters in the green border, both spelling out the word market. And then on the far right, in orange, once again, milk. Then we see a quick shot of 2 pods blasting out into space.
Yo,
These look a
Eric Voss. Eric Voss.
Milk.
Eric Voss. Yo, you need to calm down.
So the green border, also the same word repeated with the orange letters in the green border, both spelling out the word market. And then on the far right in orange, once again, milk. Then we see a quick shot of 2 pods blasting out into space. These look a lot like the pod used by Yoda in Revenge of the Sith to escape to Dagobah. This could be the moment he and Obi-Wan separate to their respective exiles, which tells us that we may see flashbacks to Revenge of the Sith and flashbacks to the Clone Wars era. Then we see a black gloved hand touching a symbol chalked on a wall. This is a sigil of the Jedi Order, the saber flanked by the wings. This actually may be Reva finding a Jedi hiding place. Maybe the Jedi have used these markings to signal to each other and to keep the hope alive. Then in an alley, Reva stares down a gunslinger. I'm thinking this is Obi-Wan, not wanting to out himself yet by using his lightsaber, instead opting for the blaster. So uncivilized. I love how the backlighting casts a long shadow in front of Reva, which gives her just this fearsome edge, but also suggests that her opponent will have the light in his eyes for this duel. Then we see a quick rooftop shootout that looks like Obi-Wan engaging with some blasters coming from multiple different directions. I do like the detail of the laundry being hung up to dry. Now they said they based Daiyu on Hong Kong, and fun fact, in Mission Impossible 3, J.J. Abrams actually had to digitally remove shots of hanging laundry in Shanghai because local film distributors didn't want Shanghai to look poor. But in space Hong Kong, Deborah Chow leaves the laundry in. Then an overhead shot shows a vent releasing these green birds. I'm not really sure, but the best known green bird in Star Wars is Morai, the female convor who befriended Ahsoka
that's
Tano
not
with
it.
a spiritual connection to the Daughter, the mystical deity of Mortis. Now we did see Morai appear briefly in The Mandalorian on the planet Corvus, but until now I don't think we've seen a whole flock of these. Still, I would love for Ahsoka Tano to cameo in the series, since presumably Obi-Wan will have to leave some babysitter looking after Luke when he leaves Tatooine, and it would give a bit more context to Ahsoka and Luke's moments in the Book of Boba Fett. Then again, Rosario Dawson would be having to play an Ahsoka 20 years younger than when we have seen her before. I don't know how that would work. So, on to the last clip.
No! An ad.
Okay, after a close-up of Obi-Wan, we get the series title, which if you look closely, snuck in the shape of Obi-Wan's lightsaber on that eye. Then we hear the iconic breathing of Darth Vader. And we know Hayden Christensen is coming back in the series to have an epic rematch with Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's super exciting, especially because if you listen closely, they use a specific music sting. This is John Williams' Anakin's Dark Deeds track from Revenge of the Sith, right after Anakin slaughtered the Separatist leaders on Mustafar and bitterly stared into the lava and the flames, a tear rolling down his cheek. And I love that they remind us of this moment, because for me, whenever I rewatch Revenge of the Sith, this right here was Hayden Christensen's darkest performance. Just simply his silent glower, his inner torment. There is a reason Hayden was brought back for the series, because think about it, if they just wanted Vader, they could have brought back the team they used for Rogue One. James Earl Jones doing the voice, a couple stuntmen doing the performance. But no, they needed Hayden Christensen, because it's not just Darth Vader with the mask that we're returning to, it is the grief-stricken, rage-filled human underneath that mask. So this John Williams leitmotif is a promise that we will see this face again. Whether it's in Vader's breathing apparatus or
it's gonna be a flashback.
Scarred face, or maybe a different form altogether projected in astral form. Obi-Wan will have to look into these eyes once more. And lastly, you gotta love that blue lightsaber cutting in to form the Disney Plus logo.
That's
just
dope.
Between this and the Moon Knight leap in the Moon Knight trailer, this is essentially the House of Mouse's new Tinkerbell swoosh over the castle, and I'm digging it. Now, be sure to check in Monday here at New
Me too, bro.
Rockstars for
Good video. I fuck with it. All right, that's my reaction of the trailer and the trailer breakdown. So I'm gonna see you guys next week. Peace out.